over us. I exist only to protect. That is the sole purpose for which I was born. And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of
future flavor.
And now.
What's good? It's good. What's good? What's good? It's yours truly, Tislam the Great. This is the 410 We've gotten to the interview portion of our show, and I mean, if you know the track that I'm playing right now, you'll know maybe one of the guests is in the room to be right now. But this all happened by luck. No, not by luck, because I made it happen, motherfucker. Because I put the interview forward, but now I really want to shout out my man Alejandro and shout out my man, Dragon. For putting the fire under my ass, and the fire turned into my man Kev Brown being in town.
Peace. At
the Artscape, that's who you hear on the mic, and also the track that I got pulled up. Yeah. So I go, you know what I'm saying, I say, Kev, you know what, got the show, you in town, come through, let's do a little interview. He said, sure, I got you.
Exactly.
So I go check.
It was literally like that.
Like that, literally. So I hit him up, he said, boom, time got set up. I go to the joint, and I turn my head, and I'm like, who? Nah, that can't, nah, that's not. Is that Mega Ran?
Surprise!
The fuck is you doing here?
Yeah.
Mega Ran in Baltimore.
Yeah,
so
we was in the car, and I was telling you, like, I was like, yo, that look like Mega Ran. I follow him on Instagram. But he live in Arizona. That ain't him.
Right.
And he was like, yo, this Mega Ran. I was like, what?
Yep.
Like,
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
So and it's like now I'm trying to bring. So this is an announcement to anyone else who's listening. If you out there and you got dope, good music and you coming through Baltimore and it's on that vibe of what the fuck you listening to, you need to holler at your boy, the 410headnod at gmail.com. Follow me, Twitter. You can also get it on Facebook. But yo, Kev, we're gonna start with you first.
Peace. What up?
And dig into you and what you came from. Nah, we're gonna pause on that. I'm growing and strong in my sexuality. Anybody who want to test it, your ass get fucked up. So, Kev Brown, now you do the raps and you do the beats. Yeah, so my thing is, what was first?
What's first? The beats is first.
Beats is first.
The beats.
What'd you start out with though? Like, what was the beginning of it?
I started off with the raps. The raps was the first thing that, I wanted to be a rapper when I grew up.
Was it always Kev Brown though, or was it like?
Nah, it was some corny names. There's a lot of corny names.
I'm trying to hear for you. Just give me a couple.
Nah, Jack.
Can't give me none of that. None of that dirt.
They so corny, I can't even. It's embarrassing. I can't even. It's just real talk embarrassing.
Real talk embarrassing. Okay.
Like, nah. But you know what happened?
What?
Like, it was like, you know what? Eric Sermon, Paris Smith, Keith Murray. I was like, yo, word, Kev Brown. You know what I mean? Like, that's where.
So you know I had to go and steal it.
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Talk titties.
I found the one spot on the record that it was open up, and I was like, I was able to prepare for you. So my man Mega Ran's gonna hit me off with a whole, and y'all gonna get Mega Ran to death next show. Because that's, you know what I'm saying, her music. So I'm saying, so the raps. When did you start to get into the beats?
The beats,
and to stir from being the rapper.
Well, really, when I would say around like 2000, I got an MPC 2000 XL around the year 2000. First credit card. Shout out to American Express. Remember the joints, the blue with the blue little microchip
in the middle joint,
Matrix.
Yeah.
First day it came in the mail, I called the Musician's Friend magazine, and that's MPC came in the box to the house.
Did you already have vinyl?
I had records just from like families, my father collect records, Mad 45s, and I was making beats already, but just getting this type of machine helped me take my production to where it needed to be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was already making beats, but once I got this, it was like, all right.
I
would rather make beats than
rap.
Yeah. And then plus I started meeting cats in the crew and stuff. So I was like, all right, I could be in the cut.
The crew.
I met Cy Young.
Let them know who the crew is, though.
Well, low budget is crew. You know, we drop joints. Drop joints and you know, past decade or so, been dropping joints.
Definitely, if y'all don't know, look at the low budget crew. Shout out to King.
Google it. Word up.
There's so many members. I know the forefront of the members, but
yeah. It's we was talking about superheroes earlier. It's
right.
like a front line. It's like Wu-Tang. Like, you know, the main, and then there's mad other people behind that.
Right.
So it's like, it's like that.
So right now, if you had to work with any artist as far as production wise, who would you choose? Any?
Yo, it's too many. I think of random people. Like, okay, I think of random people all the time because I don't listen to like modern music.
Okay.
So I'll be like, yo, we was talking about earlier, like I wonder like where like Steve Perry is at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody, you know what I mean? Old heads in the house, but like,
oh, you serious?
I'll do a joint with Steve Perry. That joint be rocking.
Right.
Like, his voice is crazy. But like, you know, just random thoughts like that. But like, you know, I would like to work with, you know, a lot of couples. Like Miguel is dope. I've been
right.
Okay. And stuff. Like, he's nice. Like, it's a lot of people I haven't worked with yet. Most Def, people like that. And, you know, all that stuff. But just on some obscure, like, really like people I listen to on Pandora and stuff.
All right.
Like, that's a rabbit hole that we could go down, and I would start naming people that most people would never heard of.
Right.
You know, but like the super old head record collector dudes might know. But
oh, the real obscure.
If I said Colin Bluntstone, would anybody know?
Colin Bluntstone in the house.
Colin Bluntstone.
Is there a Colin Bluntstone? If anybody said yes, you would be.
James Taylor. Anybody? James Taylor.
James Taylor. Okay,
Fire and Rain. Anybody? All right.
Okay. It's a few little nods here and there. But
to a lot of progressive things lately, so I'm trying to, you know.
Do you think that's what gives you your ear? Because my thing is like a lot of things I know that's always been asked is your bass.
Oh, bass lines.
Because like I mean I'm gonna say it because I'm a fan first. Your bass lines is sicker than sick.
Thanks, man.
Like it seems like you already got like 50 of them saved somewhere, and when it's time to go in on the record, you're like, yeah, motherfucker, here come these bass lines that can't none of y'all motherfuckers duplicate.
It's crazy because I never went in making beats like, yeah, wait till these niggas hear this. You know,
right.
It was like, I think it was just like I OD'd on, you know, like the MPC has a thing called 16 levels. So like you could take one note and like flip it and have the whole scale going. Where when, you know, I had a S20 before this, like it was a drum machine called it was a car, still a car. Right. It was called an S20, and it was like a Fisher Price My First MPC. If you want to, like, it had the plastic drum pad. Like it didn't have a real sequencer. It didn't have quantize. It didn't have 16 levels. It didn't have none of that. So like,
with that shit.
Yo, the way I used to do my bass lines, I would copy like when you cut the S20 on, it would have that boop, that little tone.
All right.
I'm dropping jewels right now, but when you cut it on, it has the tone. Right. So I would detune the tone. And it would be a bass line. And I would copy that to the other drum pads, which would take up memory.
Right.
On these, you know, on the MPCs, it doesn't do that. You can just copy whatever and it don't take none of the memory. And I would tune the bass, like each bass note. Like if I like I would tune each one and play it all the way through because there was no loop on the sequencer. You know what I mean? There was no quantizer. So I would play, you know, the drums would play 3 minutes. Then it had a 4-track sequencer. The drums would play all the way through, and then you try to loop. If you get the loop right, you could hit the button one time, and it would loop all the way through. And then you playing. If it was an intricate bass line, it was you playing it all the way through. If you mess up, you start all the way over again.
Right.
And start over again. So I came from that. So imagine coming from that to like an MPC 2000 XL. It was like,
I hope y'all know that like y'all just got the jewel that I think every producer that's been listening to this man has been trying to crack for years. So
yeah, a lot of people is like, yo,
a lot of people, I ain't gonna front because everybody's like, yo, I don't know where he get, how do he get it?
Yo, it's all about how you tune it, like your bass sounds and what sound you sample in and how you program it in. But I got the title King of the Bass. Like Ken Starr said that on the record, and I never said that. Like,
no, I'm not saying you said that.
I don't even know how to play the bass. For
that's the funny part. Is like when I was chilling with Torre and we was listening to some of the joints, and it's like the intricacy of the bass line makes it seem like you sitting there plucking off.
But you know where that comes? That comes from listening to real people play, and like we the hip hop kids, right?
Exactly.
So we the kids that would like get your father's records and turn the bass up on it. And you would hear, if you listen to James Jamerson on the bass on any Motown, listen to what's going on, and you hear the boo 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 boo. It's crazy. So it's probably like was subliminally in my brain. You know what I mean? Just from growing up, you know what I mean?
Right.
So when I got the actual chance to do it, it came out. You know what I mean? That's how I chalk it up to. I don't think I just came up with it like.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just was doing your job and you just happened to do it in a fashion.
I was listening to good music growing up. Like it's not like I just came up. I mean, I might have came up with it on this machine, but I'm not the first person that was getting stupid on the bass. Bootsy been here a long time. You know what I mean? So it's
So one more question, and I'm gonna get to my man Mega Ran.
Word.
As a producer, who has influenced you, or has anybody even influenced you?
A lot of people.
As a producer,
a lot of people. Of course, you got Pete Rock, favorite. Jay Dilla, one of the greatest ever. Hot Tech, DJ Premier, Knots. Like all the people that when we grew up, Large Professor. It's like a zillion people. Like even past hip hop, like you could start with hip hop and then go past to like Quincy Jones and you know what I mean, Burt Bacharach. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of Brian Wilson, Beach Boys. You know what I mean? Like
Brian Wilson,
a lot of like just from listening to all of that stuff is like a part of me. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
right.
It's like it's subliminally in my brain when I, you know what I mean? I'm inspired by that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of older records and a lot of stuff that I'm so late on getting up on. Like, yo, you make beats. Like, you ever put a record on and be like, find a joint that like Pete Rock sampled like 20 years ago, and you'd be like, "Tag, I just got this record." You know what I mean? Like, it's so much stuff. You know what I mean? So, that's what keeps me going with it. You know?
Right.
That's it.
Mega Ran!
Yo.
What's good, my dude?
Chilling, man. Dang, it's good to be in Baltimore, man. This was a pleasant surprise.